Heyo everybody, Haku here with my review for issue 190 of The Walking Dead, and I am loving this arc like I say every month. I really dig this arc. I don't have many notes, there's probably not much to talk about this time around, but I don't know. I like the way the story's going. We don't have too much to say because it's kind of transitioning us from one portion of the story into another portion. It was a very transitional issue, but yeah, for what we do have at least, what we can speculate on, I'm liking what's going on. I'll start discussing it from the beginning, though. So we have Mercer talking to Rick, and I like his little speech that he has at the very beginning of the issue where he's saying, you know, Pamela cares about you because she sees you as one of her people. She sees you as an elite. But I like that he says, you might be sort of an elite like her, but you care about your people, and that makes a difference. And I love that. But, and that's the difference. Like, even if Rick is sort of this person who would stand at the top himself and let people be beneath him, he at least cares about his people and their well-being in a way that Pamela and the other elite of the Commonwealth don't. And we've seen that firsthand in a lot of different ways. From the police brutality to the people in Greenville not getting food. So we've seen that. But Rick brings up that if he just takes over, he's only given like half a speech in front of them. People aren't just going to accept him as a leader. It's a takeover if he just takes over. But I do feel like things can work out well in the end. There's a lot of good setup for a lot of things, but again, speculation, we'll get to it. Stephanie and Eugene see what's going on, and Stephanie, like everyone else in the Commonwealth, is like, yep, saw this coming. But Michonne finds Elodie and her stupid friends. Elodie and her dumbass friends. I don't even know what they were trying to do. Were they going to fight against the soldiers who were fighting for them? Or were they going to fight with the soldiers to try to take over? It doesn't seem like that would be what's happening. Either way, they're dumbasses and they're wrong. But Michonne puts them in their place. Like, the stuff that's... I think that Michonne can still sort of be salvaged in a way, but I don't think anything is going to make up for her killing Dwight. Now, she can move on as a character, and I think that's the only way that she can stay alive in the series, really, is if she moves on. She's not going to be redeemed for the assholery that she's done this arc. She's still going to have that cloud hanging over her of being a shit person this arc. But I think that I don't really think she can do anything to necessarily get forgiveness, so to speak. But I think at the very least, she can at least move on. I think that's the only thing that can happen is people are going to have to just be like, well, we don't forgive you, but we're going to have to move on. Yeah, she puts Elodie and her stupid friends in their place. Eugene and Stephanie go to warn Rick and Mercer about the herd coming. Carl's group meets up with them, and they all hide inside. And that got me thinking a bit. I was like, this whole time we've been like, okay, Carl's going to take over as a main character. Rick's probably going to die. But I'm like, but I started thinking here, what if instead Carl dies, and that would change a shit ton about the series. Like, I don't know. I just got some weird Death Flag-ish vibes here for some reason. But then Maggie and the army arrive. They draw the herd away. I love everyone working together, which makes me think, hey, this could possibly work out. Pamela shows up, and like I have said before, fuck Pamela, fuck Greenville, all of them are idiots. And what a dumb leader. Because here's the thing. This is kind of cheesy and doesn't make logical sense, and it's one of those things you just have to look past. Because let's say she's right. Let's say Rick was working together to take over the place. But she sends her people to attack Rick's people and also her own people, which is going to cause her people she's attacking to die and her people that she is attacking with to also die. And what reason do her people have to fight their fellow man to work for her necessarily in this instance? So really, she is a very dumb leader, unless they just don't attack and they just look at her next issue like, bitch, no, we're not going to kill our fellow soldiers just because you said so with this conspiracy theory that's not even right. So yeah, it's just one of those things where it's a bit unrealistic, because if the random soldiers do attack, they have no reason to listen to what she's saying here. It's one of those things, like, and even if they do it out of loyalty, there's the fact that her just telling them to attack when she is on the front lines right there and not trying to listen or work anything out, so much of it is kind of really unrealistic, but it's just one of those things that we'll have to deal with. It's a fictional story, so it's okay if things are unrealistic here and there, because it's a fictional story and it's about enjoyment. But yeah, all's well that ends well, I guess. Also, none of this excuses Rick or Michonne and what they've done. They've been assholes this arc, but it is what it is. And I think it's good. It works as a way of Pamela's an enemy that's going to unite everyone together. So that works. It's whatever. But yeah, the only thing, we didn't see Laura at all here, so who knows how she's going to feel about this. Is she going to want to work with Rick and with Mercer and them? Is her real enemy Pamela? Or is she going to want revenge against Michonne, which would be kind of understandable, because Michonne has been very, very shit this arc as a person. So who knows? Who knows how it'll go. But either way, I like that everyone's getting united. I don't think Rick or Michonne could be excused, but they could move on. So yeah, it's one of those weird things. It'll always hang over them, but they can move on at least. I'd give it 8.5 invading armies, though. I really enjoyed it, and like I said, it's kind of transitional. There's not too much we can say right now. It's one of those things where we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. Like if you did like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of this issue, what you thought of my thoughts on it. Subscribe for more Walking Dead. I do reactions and reviews for the comics every month. In addition to that, I'll be doing a video on Season 9 whenever I get the time. Follow on Twitter if you want. I can try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel or talk to you there. And if you want a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us there, just ask and I can give you a link. That's it. Thank you once again for watching, and I'll see you all next time.